All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of Pocket Moon Podcast. I'm Taffy,
And I'm Amazing Flying Poo.
and we just decided to go ahead and start this thing up and cover some gaps in what we think exist in the existing selection of podcasts out there. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything, I think. Obviously...
Yeah, we're going to try to cover the Little Big Planet in general, and that's going to be the main focus. But we're going to just cover all gaming in general as well. So on days with, or weeks with, or months with big gaming, we might talk mainly about other games rather than Little Big Planet. But with Little Big Planet 2 coming out here in the near future, I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about with it.
Yeah, there's a lot to do with just gaming in general as it relates to Little Big Planet, because we're both of us obviously are fans of LBP.
Mm-hmm.
But I at the core of that, I think LBP players are gamers because they can appreciate what makes a good level or a good game, and they have their own ideas about what could make something existing better. So we're gonna kind of shoot the spread. Obviously, definitely gonna talk about LBP PSP a little, just because literally nobody else does. But we're certainly not going to get stuck on it, I think. We'll just kind of bounce around. So, first up, we've got our new section.
Woohoo!
Yay! So, we wrote this. The first thing we're going to talk about is the downloadable content for LBP PSP, and there really hasn't been much.
Yeah, it's been very slow. I remember back in the day when we had like all the exclusive content, and the PS3 guys were so jealous of us.
Yeah, we had a pretty good run, and that's not to say that we're not going to still. But there's been a little gap in there. They've released the last, I think about every other week over the last month or so, they've released 3 costume packs: Uncharted, Killzone, and Motorstorm.
And they were all pre-order bonuses for those of us that bought the game like within the first week or two when it came out, right?
Exactly. And I got my version of the LBP off of the PlayStation Network, and I think it was if you buy it within the first 30 days, you get those 3 costumes. And there was probably some way to get them as well if you pre-ordered from, Best Buy or one of the retailers.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing loads exciting there. No new stickers or anything, which is the stuff that I personally really care about. Stickers and materials, haven't been any of those for a little while. But
yeah, that's all I care about too. I really have never cared about the costumes. I don't even really understand the draw of the costumes, to be honest. Just even with the free one, I usually don't download it just because nobody can ever see it unless I'm taking screenshots. And I already have a costume that's kind of unique to me, so...
Yeah, that's I'm probably unique among LBP PSP players in that I actually do keep on top of the costumes a lot from the perspective that everybody sees them, because I do a lot of screenshots and a lot. Yeah,
and you have some awesome costumes. It's always fun to see a random banana running around a level or something like that. So it's good.
The banana costume is the best one yet. Well, it's second best one because the spacesuit is obviously the best one ever. So excited when that came out. I'm so easily amused. All right, DLC for LBP PS3, and I have on my list nothing notable.
So we have a repeat of the DLC from what came with the game over a year ago for PSP, and then the DLC for PS3 is nothing. So do you think they're cutting off both just for the upcoming Little Big Planet 2?
Well, it makes sense for the PS3 that they might have dried it up a little bit. So a couple of reasons. I think they were planning on releasing Little Big Planet 2 a little sooner.
Oh, I know. Yeah, they definitely were. I think it was already supposed to be out, wasn't it?
I think so. I've got the receipt in my wallet for my pre-order. Was it like the 25th of November or something like that?
I don't know, but I mean, I know that Media Molecule specifically said that they're going to open the beta up to a lot more people than they ever planned to, because they held it back. So they figure they might as well get it tested and kind of give everyone the gift of at least being in the beta, as in response to the fact that they had to hold the game back, which bummed everyone out.
Yeah, well, and that's one of the things that kind of sets Media Molecule apart is they're cool like that. They're willing to
Yeah.
do that sort of thing. You kind of get the feeling that they'll make it right one way or the other. Um,
Hmm.
there's a lot of gaming companies out there. They kind of that we're screwed. But Media Molecule, I think, kind of has a sense of very aware of the community because they
Well,
listen.
it's good because they kind of depend on the community. So, I mean, it kind of goes both ways for them, whereas a lot of companies, it doesn't really matter what the community does. I mean, we kind of build the game.
That's true. That's true. There was some discussion that I can't remember where I was reading it about how people doing work for free and promoting the game for free.
Yep, that's me.
And I suppose that's true, but it's no different than like a musician that's trying to make it right. They'll play for free on a street corner. They'll play for free at at a farmer's market or something just to get out there and just to get known because they like to play. And it's really
In
the
all
same
honesty,
kind
if someone's going to make fun of you for it, though, I mean that's kind of silly because if they're going and playing Modern Warfare 2, what should they? I mean, are they going to try to be professional with that? And at least I'm expressing myself. That's the thing I love about Little Big Planet is unlike someone that plays any other kind of game, everything I do is unique to me, and like people that enjoy it are showing that they really like something about me, like the way I think. So it means a lot to me if I can make a level that gets 20,000, 30,000 plays, whereas if I get first place in 20 games in a row in Modern Warfare 2, I mean, what does that show? That I can aim faster than everyone else?
right. It's like a first-person shooter is almost it's a sport in itself almost.
Yeah.
Whereas Little Big Planet, for me, and I think for pretty much everybody who really is into the create side, it's really that the brush and canvas that you've been looking for forever that you've never found.
Or the corner editor and canvas.
Yes, the corner editor and canvas, or wood material, or metal.
Yeah, let's go talk about the PSN updates that have happened that may not have anything to do with Little Big Planet, but just PSN things that have gone on. And the biggest thing is the holiday sale that's going on, which has a lot of minis, which I don't know if anybody cares about minis right now, but it also has a lot of full games that are half off. And I think of those games, I think Dissidia, Final Fantasy is included. Do you know of any others?
Yeah, it's because I almost bought it, and that's Metal Gear Peace Walker.
Oh, yeah. That was the one I was most excited about. I completely forgot. So, I mean, those are probably the two games. I don't own either of those, but those are the two games I want the most. So, yeah, that's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, I almost pulled the trigger. I had it in my cart last week, but I didn't just because I've got this backlog of stuff that I don't have time to play. And then, of course, Gran Turismo 5 came out, which we'll get into in a little bit, and that's pretty much going to suck my entire life away. So I may still buy Peace Walker, but I'm not going to be playing it anytime soon.
I'm sure I will play Peace Walker someday because I've played all the Metal Gear Solid games. But, yeah, it's going to be a while for me as well.
Have you played the demo? It's really cool.
I played the demo in Japanese, and I actually quit playing just because it was a little irritating to be trying to play it in Japanese. Not that I mind Japanese, but they're running subtitles, so I love playing. I love listening to things in Japanese with subtitles, but when there's no subtitles, that's crossing the line where it's like I'm not sure what's going on anymore, and this isn't really fun now.
Well, there's that, and it's Metal Gear Solid so specific with what exactly you have to do in what order. It's pretty unlikely you could guess it correctly. So
Yeah, I guess honestly, it actually might make more sense if you can't tell what they're saying, because that game is really convoluted.
oh my gosh, it's the weirdest mix of hyper realistic military and fantasy alternate dimension magic voodoo. It's very, very odd, but very cool.
Yeah, I absolutely love it.
There's some promotions going on for, and I don't know if it's current or not, for buying a PSP Go. You get Little Big Planet, Ratchet and Clank Size Matters, and SOCOM Fireteam Bravo 3. And the reason I bring this up is because I bought my PSP Go on release day in October '09, and just 2 days ago, I got an email from the PlayStation Network that said, "Thanks for buying a PSP Go. Here's your code."
Now, did you know you were going to get that when you bought the Go?
No, they added it later.
Oh, awesome. See, I knew they were going to do that with, like, a promotion. I actually thought it was in Europe, but I didn't realize they would, like, go back and give it to people that didn't even know they were going to get it.
Well, yeah, Little Big Planet wasn't even out for a month when the Go came out, so it was like an after the fact thing, and I think it's really cool that the PlayStation Network would do that. I mean, there's given any gaming network, people are going to love them or hate them, but I really think that Sony does a very good job with PlayStation Network overall.
And that's probably good news for those of us that play Little Big Planet and people that play Fireteam Bravo 3, because that should help the community, because people who didn't even expect to get the game are going to just have it in their laps now, so they're probably going to be trying it out.
Little Big Planet is a darn fun game.
Yep. Alrighty, so let's get into contests that are going on now. I'm going to let you talk about this high-housed help.
Yeah, that was the first community contest for the Kindred project that we're working on, both you and I and some other people. Mm-hmm. And that was to create a house for a platform Iranian, and that house will be featured in the Kindred series. And I just got back into town. I believe the winner of that contest was Balgerino.
Gotta love saying these names.
I know. I never really think about how they're supposed to sound out loud until we're recording. How do you pronounce it?
Yeah, we need to discuss that before. And I still laugh about the fact that we were saying Salieri that whole time. We had no idea that we hadn't even talked about whether it was right or not.
I know. There's a whole thread on. I thought it was Salieri. I thought it was something different. I thought it was.
And then didn't Salieri get on and say he wasn't even quite sure?
Yeah, which is hilarious, because I thought if anybody would know, he would at least have a definitive answer on exactly how it was. But I think it's supposed to be Salieri, because I think it's Italian, because my Italian is so good and all. So I have no idea.
Of course, being American, you're going to have great Italian.
Well, yeah, there's an Italian restaurant down the street. It's as close as I can get.
All right, and for those people who are interested in knowing what the next contest is going to be, we're on the project and we have no idea, so surprise.
That's right. We're definitely going to have more, and we don't know what they are. So stay.
Yeah, I'd be interested in hearing what people think of the way that this is being handled, because I remember when we announced the project, there were people who were crying and screaming that we were closing it off to everyone else, and we said there'd be a way that they could get in on it, and everyone was super curious, and I'd wonder if they're happy with what we did or mad about what we did, because obviously we couldn't have the entire Little Big Planet community in on it, but I thought I really like the way that we're doing it, and it's not my idea what we did, but I like what's going on, so hopefully the community's enjoying it.
Yeah, that's the thing. As much as we really would love to have every single person contribute, I think we realize that's too big of an ask, but what we can do is give every single person a chance to contribute.
Yeah.
So, hey, basically, put your money where your mouth is. If you can create stuff, create something. Yep. And what we're trying to do is come up with contests that, doesn't favor, who's good at corner editing and they'll win all the contests. We're trying to come up with maybe some other stuff, some other outside of the box kind of things that sort of encompass the whole skill set involved in creating. So.
All right, and for the other contest that's going on, it's over at LittleBigland.com. We're running the boss battle blitz for the Little Big Boffin sticker, which, man, that's a great name. So awesome. I think we have around 8 or 9 entries, and 5 people are going to win that sticker, and the competition ends in 2 days, I believe. I don't remember how many days are in November, because I'm not that smart, but it ends on December 1st, so yeah, I guess it's a little late for you to start up, but if you're finishing up, make sure you get those submitted over at LittleBigland.com, and I'm very excited to play those, because there's not that many bosses on the PSP, and I love bosses.
There's some really good stuff out there.
Well, I'm very excited. I purposely never play levels. If I'm a judge for a competition, I never play levels until I play them to judge, because I don't want to be bored of them. I want to have that initial, whoa, this is awesome when I play it, so I can rate it based off of how awesome the level was. So I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some good stuff. Even in the story mode, there's really only one real boss battle, I think. There may be 2. There's the one with the gorilla, and then isn't there one of the UFOs or something? The only
one I can think of is the gorilla, though. I haven't played the campaign for a long time.